So if you look online, there's a paper that talk about how AI is slowing down senior engineers. So in this video, I'm going to inject my personal opinion about it and give some perspective in why there is a slowdown, and also how me as a senior engineer who slowly incorporate AI within my work, how has this slowdown been, and where is the bottleneck? Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. My name is Edson. I'm a senior engineer with over a decade of experience working in tech. Not so long ago, about 10 days ago, there's a paper that I would publish where the researcher look at the performance of senior engineer when they incorporate AI into their workflow. And based on that paper, you can see people are about 20%, 19 to 20% slower when they have the AI inside of their workflow. As a senior engineer, we have many responsibilities. Some of them is creating new code, and some of them is reviewing code, and some of them is talking to people. So the AI, from my perspective, it's very useful when you jump into a code that you're not familiar with and you don't want to spend a lot of time reading the code. So the AI does a very great job when you feed it code and then you ask it to explain to you. As a senior engineer, you know that it's way harder to read code than it is to write code. And that's where the AI, most of the AI, generative AI, are struggling. When they are generating code, on my personal experience, they do their best to generate the best code that they can. However, I've found that when they generate the code, if the code doesn't work, instead of asking the AI to keep generating and keep fixing it, the best thing to do is to actually read the actual documentation for whatever subject you're writing code for. In a previous video, I shared some of my frustration with the AI system. In this video, it's a continuation of it. In a sense that as a senior engineer, I found myself sometimes spending a lot of extra time trying to tweak the code that is generated by the AI, where if at the first place I were to go and read the documentation, I could have saved myself a lot of time. So in my experience as someone who started to incorporate AI, what I tend to observe is that the AI has a very good strength in reading pre-written code and explaining to you that pre-written code. That is where I feel like I've gained the most bang for my buck when I'm using AI. For example, if I have a script that is very long and I don't want to read it line by line, I can feed it into the AI and the AI break it down for me. And with whatever they break it down for me, make it easier for me to target exactly where I need to make the change without wasting time. But anytime I'm building something new, I've always find myself spending a lot of time babysitting the AI so that it can generate the proper code, to a point where sometimes I feel like I would have been better off if I started by writing the code myself in the first place. So in that sense, I'm very feel like I understand why and where is it that this engineer are spending a lot of time. You tell the AI, hey, generate me a function, it give you back the function, but when you want that function in the context, then things break. And then if you spend a lot of time trying to make the AI fine-tuning this piece of code, you would realize that you spend so much time, way more time than if you just were to go to the documentation that is written by human that explain how to use the tool, and then you follow the instruction from reading the documentation. You would have realized that you would have gone way faster. So as a senior engineer, it's better to use the AI to help you understand previous code that is written by other people, code that would have taken you forever to understand if you go to read it line by line, instead of you leveraging it or using it to generate new code. It's even way more time consuming if you're trying to generate code on things that you yourself don't understand and blindly trust the output that the AI give you. In my case, I was doing something very simple. I wanted to deploy an application in Kubernetes Engine. So I wanted, when I push my code into Git, for it to trigger a build and then to use Cloud Build to deploy into Kubernetes Engine. So it's something I do all the time, but I wanted to use the AI to figure out how to do it on my own. But what I realized is that even though the AI generated the code, there are a lot of nuance in Google Cloud that if you try to blindly trust the AI, then you realize your build is being failed. It was not until I sat down and read the document about the specific tool that I was using that I can figure out, oh, okay, this is where the problem is. So in that sense, when they say that 20% of time reduction with AI, I truly believe it. So if you're a senior engineer and you use AI in your day-to-day, how have you found it? Did it really improve your speed when you're generating new code on subject that is completely new to you? Or did you get your boost in productivity when you're trying to understand complex code, but you don't want to sit down to read the code line by line? After that experience of using the AI to generate a new code and seeing how much time that I'm wasting trying to tweak the AI and beat the AI so that they can give me something that works, I feel more confident that AI will not take my job. I don't think AI is at the point yet where you can blindly think it's going to generate your code or good code and that you can blindly use that code and dump it in production. So there's always have a place for senior engineer who know how to write code without AI. That's pretty much it. If that's been your experience, please share your experience down there. Do you feel that AI is actually slowing you down as a senior engineer, or do you feel that AI is speeding you up? Thank you very much. This was Edson. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.